right. So, what are we going to take a look at today? I'm thinking today we're going to look at Toy Story and Beyond. Jessie up there hiding in the corner. I'm going to have a little bit of a closer look at her. Get her out and shine a spotlight on her from the collection. Let's take a closer look. All right, so let's take a closer look at this particular Toy Story and Beyond Jessie. And Toy Story and Beyond is kind of a different type of a toy line for Toy Story toys and collectibles. It's kind of more fun. It's something that I think a lot of collectors are interested in. At least I am, that's for sure. But it's different. The toy line itself, the boxes and different things, it has like little comics on the back. Again, if you're new or maybe you just haven't heard yet, this is my spotlight series. So I'm shining a spotlight on each individual thing in my collection. I have longer reviews that detail it even more of each individual item, everything in my collection, and I have a playlist. So if you want to go watch those, you can watch those at playlist. You can watch them all if you'd like to, or you can just pick out individual ones that you may be interested in and watch those. So it's up to you. Just like to let people know, especially if you're new, that is an option. Okay, so as far as Toy Story and Beyond, the boxes had fun little comics back there, and what it was kind of like was, it was kind of like they were kind of telling a story, like kind of in between Toy Story movies. Was kind of what was going on with the comics. So it would be related to the movies, but also slightly different and just kind of fun to read. It'd be like Adventures from Andy's Room, right? So you'd get a little comic on the back with the Toy Story and Beyond figure or toy or doll or whatever you have, or little cake topper things, figurines, all kinds of different stuff. Toy Story and Beyond line had all kinds of stuff. So you would get that, and then the toys actually would come with extra things too to make it even more fun. So for instance, this particular Jessie, she came with a lasso. So she comes with this little lasso, and you can kind of make her hold it. What she also would have came with, I think, at least one critter. I don't have the critter with mine because I didn't get her new in the box, unfortunately, so I do not have the critter. But you can make her hold her lasso, and lasso a critter. I do have critters, but they're from a different set that we'll talk about in a later video. Now again, I'm doing a giveaway right now. If you are not aware, I am running a giveaway for 2,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody who subscribed for me. Just want to take a quick minute. Okay, if you'd like to enter for the 2K subscriber giveaway, go ahead and go and watch my video, this channel 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I also put up a short. If you just want to watch the short, you can. It details how to do it pretty well too. But so you just need to follow me on Instagram, be subscribed to me on YouTube, and send me a message on Instagram telling me that you want to enter, and comment on the 2,000 subscriber video, just telling me something you like about Toy Story or whatever. If you do all of that, then you'll be entered. It's going to run for 2 weeks. I think we're at about 4 days, so we're not quite at a week yet. So it's going to be running for 2 weeks. So you have 2 weeks to enter. And I'm going to be giving away two things, two prizes, right? So one of the prizes, I'll show you, is this Disney Mirrorverse limited edition glow-in-the-dark Buzz Lightyear. Comes with the box and everything. So this is one of the prizes that you could enter to win. I'm giving away two prizes. So there's going to be two separate winners. Okay, that's one of them. The other one is this Disney Pixar Lightyear, and this has never been opened. I have another one, and I bought this one too, and I thought I would give it away because I really happen to like this figure. So I thought a subscriber or something might think it was cool to be able to enter to win this. So you can enter to win one of those if you'd like to, and the only thing is that you have to be in the United States of America. You know, that's really it. But if you are, everything's free. I'll pay for shipping, and I'll get it out to you after we do the drawing. I'm going to go live and do the drawing again in 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks now. But so if you're not entered and you want to get entered, be sure to enter. I do regular giveaways. It's going to be kind of a thing on my channel. Right now I'm planning on doing the following one after this one at 4,000 subscribers. So I'm going to jump it up by 2,000 subscribers. But we're at one right now. So if you want a chance to enter to win, if those two things look like something that you'd want in your collection, or if you know maybe somebody has a birthday and they'd like one of those or whatever, and you want a chance to maybe win it, so you can save yourself some money, whatever the case may be. If you'd like to enter, you're free to do so. So, all right, so going back into the Toy Story and Beyond line. So it was a really, really original line, and they, as you can see with this look at Jessie, they kind of went kind of off to the whatever, into the atmosphere of stuff, because this doesn't look really like the movie Jessie, right? So as far as just taking a look at her details in her face and everything, it's just it's pretty far off. I mean, you can tell it's supposed to be Jessie, but these definitely weren't going for movie accuracy. However, I do think the design on them is pretty neat. They have like these stitched belts that you can see and the stitched buttons, and they are nice and floppy. So that's really nice to have. Big pull string rings, you know. This particular Jessie just has a regular kind of a hard plastic, I wouldn't even call it vinyl, hat. These were made by Hasbro about 2001, and this Jessie just has this hard kind of plastic hat. So whereas like you would get your Disney Store Jessie would have the hole in the back of the head. I've talked about that in my Spotlight series, and I also have a full review of that. If you'd like to watch it again, it's on my channel. And then your Thinkway Jessie would have had a hat similar to this, but more flexible. It's definitely not. This is tough hat on this one. More flexible hat that would have fit on her head like this, and she just has hard plastic, no like yarn hair, like what you would get on the Disney Store. Just hard plastic hair is what you get with this Jessie. And you gotta stick that on there good. So gotta give it a tap, make sure it's on there. So anyway, as far as her chaps, now my favorite chaps on Jessie have to be on the Disney Store. Just my favorite Jessie overall is the Disney Store Jessie. As far as movie accuracy, they have kind of a thing that pulls her chaps back, so they're kind of curved around her ankle. This doesn't have that, so they're just loose and they're very thin. Her boots are done fairly nicely, I would say, you know, as far as a Jessie boot is concerned. But this is a very collectible line, Toy Story and Beyond. If you start looking up the toys and stuff, this is a collectible kind of a line that kind of, you know, the worth of this stuff kind of goes up over time, a lot of times with the Toy Story and Beyond stuff, especially if it's in the box. So this particular line is very collectible. There's a ton of collectors out there who collect for Toy Story, who really love Toy Story and Beyond line, and it's just a fun line. But I've been yapping a lot, not really saying a whole lot, right? Let's hear her phrases, because what's a pull string doll if we can't hear her phrases? So for that, we're going to need to get into her back here and check out, see what we got going for batteries, get some batteries, and get them in there, and we'll have a look at her phrases. So without further ado, let me go grab some batteries, and we'll do that. All right, so getting in to Jessie. we got Velcro back here in Toy Story and Beyond, Jessie. So we want to open that up. And then you'll be able to see, now these don't pull out on the Toy Story and Beyond ones. You would think they would pull out. So if you have these, don't try to force this to pull out, because it's just not going to come out for you. It's just really in there. And if you look on the sides, there's actually it extends into here. So these don't pull these out on Toy Story and Beyond. You just have to open them and access it from here. So, okay. So you need a Phillips screwdriver, which is commonplace when you get into the mattress. And just undo the screw in the back of Jessie. These have little keepers on them too, little plastic keepers, so you won't back the screw out all the way. If you do back it out all the way, the little plastic keeper will fall off. You can still use it, but just be careful. So. Alright, so instead of downward, you want to put them so, you know, the bottom part with the little ringy thingy is upward, right? Alright, that makes sense? So like that way, you can see that. All of them, all three of them go the same way. Not the way that I put them in the first time, you know, because I don't know how to put batteries in a doll. Anyway, alright, so we put 3 in there. Now let's see.
Hi there, I'm Jessie.
Alright, good. I was worried it wasn't going to work. And then what I was going to have to do is tell you to go watch the full review that I already did, where it did work. Which I guess I could have done to get views maybe, but I wanna show you. I wanna finish the video I started, right? So just pop that back in. As far as putting it back on, ooh. If I can find the correct screwdriver, we will put this back on. And I don't know where it went, so found it. So screw that down, just snug it up, and you've got batteries in, and then you just put the Velcro back over. This Velcro is fairly easy. Actually, the way the box is made for the Woody, which we'll do a review on my Woody too. Got the Wild West Adventure Woody. You can get the batteries out while it's in the box, which is pretty cool. But let's take a look at her phrases. So. So that is about the phrases that you get with her. So fun phrases, again, not really movie accurate type phrases or anything. I mean the yodel, because she's a yodeling cowgirl. But other than that, not super movie accurate phrases, but still overall a really cool Jessie doll. Definitely to have in your collection. Definitely with, you know, it's got like when you're collecting stuff, you know, having something that's different or stands out is kind of cool, and I think Toy Story and Beyond line does that really well. So for collectors, I can see why, and me being one myself, I can see why there's a lot of interest in this toy line. So yeah, so that's the spotlight of this Toy Story and Beyond Jessie. Again, if you want to watch a full, more in-depth review where I'm sitting down at my review table, got her in front of the camera, done in a different type of a way, you can find that video on my playlist, as well as all kinds of other videos of me reviewing all this Toy Story stuff that you see here, some stuff that I don't have anymore, I got some Transformers reviews. I've got a little bit of Power Ranger stuff that I had gotten that I reviewed as well. So if you're interested in collecting any kind of stuff like that, you might want to watch that. I don't know. But there's a playlist if you'd like to watch it, or if you'd like to watch individual things or whatever. And go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Give me a follow again, because we're doing a giveaway. So if you want to be entered in that, be sure to do that. Follow me over on Instagram, shoot me a message, all that stuff I mentioned earlier in the video, right? So yeah, but really appreciate you all watching, and I will see you, everybody, I will see in the next video.
Hey, Slinky Dog. Hey, Slinky. Slinky, hey. Slinky, hey, talking to you. Slinky, hey, subscribe to my YouTube and follow me on Instagram. Slinky Dog, please, Slinky Dog, please, subscribe, Slinky Dog. Please, hit the bell icon. Please, Slinky, please, follow my Instagram link, Slinky. Follow it, please. Please, Slinky Dog.